Hello everyone, welcome to today's episode of the Osasu Show. The core of democracy is the principle of popular sovereignty, which holds that government can be legitimized only by the will of those whom it governs. Democracy Day commemorates the official military handover of power to an elected civilian government. It is a tradition that was held annually since May 29, 2000, a year after former President Olusegun Obasanjo swore the oath of office as president. On June 6, 2018, President Muhammadu Buhari changed Nigeria's Democracy Day to June 12th in honor of late MKO Abiola, who ran and won Nigeria's supposed freest and fairest election till date on June 12, 1993. Unfortunately, it was cancelled then by Ibrahim Babangida's military junta. TOS TV Network took to the streets to assess how enthused Nigerians are about the current state of Nigeria's democracy. Don't go anywhere, it promises to be a very revealing episode.
My son has always dreamt of being in the spotlight. As his mother, it is my duty to help him live up to his dream. That's why I give him Born Vita every day, which contains iron, zinc, and vitamin C that supports his immunity and gives him the strength to pursue his dreams. Born Vita, strength to dream.
North to South Africa, East to West Africa, TOS TV Network is your digital-first Pan-African news network, bringing you news from across the continent. Visit our website www.tostvnetwork.com and follow us on social media at TOS TV Network on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter.
I believe that is something worth celebrating because whether you know it, I don't know, but I want to assure you that we, people of my own age and little below me, know that we have been practicing democracy in Nigeria. We know how under the military regimes of the past, what transpired in Nigeria. We knew the volume of abuses that took place under the military. So we yearn for a democratic return, and arrangements was made, then the National Constitution came into being, and then we elected our leaders. Whatever are the defects in the practicing, whatever are the elements that makes us disappointed, we should still rejoice that still it is the same democracy we are practicing, and we have a sitting president and sitting governors. The fact that there are security challenges all over does not mean democracy has not fared well. The fact that we can say what we want, except maybe the media house is afraid to voice it, to me that is part of dividends of democracy. So I want to appeal to Nigerians to look at our problems from the spiritual angle. Man does not live by bread alone. The fact that we recognize a living God, we recognize the prophets that came, and we practice religions, please, we should look inwards and see where we as human beings and individuals have failed in discharging our civic responsibility to our wife, to our mother, to our father, to our children, to our neighbors. It takes all to tango, not two. You understand what I mean? So what have we done individually is what we help when we come to collectively. We're expecting so much from the government. Yes, we should expect so much because we are paying them to do the job. But we have forgotten that we have to contribute to their success. We have to partake. Where they deny us the right to partake, we have the right to protest. So we should be part of the solution and not be part of the problem.
Nigeria is not practicing a real democracy as at now, because in a democracy system, every citizen has to have his own say. There should have been a human right, freedom of expression, freedom of doing what you like, but currently in Nigeria, there is not a real and genuine democracy. We are suffering. Yes, we are suffering, and the umbrella we are is not giving us what we want. So we pray for a democracy in Nigeria. And for us to get this, we the youth need to wake up from where we are sleeping. We are still going to celebrate the democracy in the country, but it won't be from our inner mind because we are not happy with the youth. We are still in the mood of mourning our people, our late youth that died in last year, October 2020. So we are still mourning the youth, so we are not happy. So nothing like real democracy in Nigeria by June 12th.
I don't really think we are practicing true democracy, because if we are, I don't see the reason why Twitter should be banned. It means they're trying to like stop the citizens from expressing their true feelings, as in that's the only means we have to like express ourselves, and now they are saying that they want to ban it, as in I don't really get. If we're really practicing true democracy, they should create rooms for us, or they should allow us to like say our minds without the fear of anything. As for me, I'm not going to celebrate anything because there's nothing worth celebrating about.
I don't think democracy exists in Nigeria or have. Because take a look at this country, everything don't finish. And now things keep getting harder every day, but we just hope for the best.
The constitution is there, but I don't think we are really going according to the constitution. We are practicing democracy. Now, we can say we are practicing what is called presidential system of government, according to our constitution, but practically zero. Practically zero. We are more or less under a unitary system of government. Are you hearing me? And in most cases, there is something like the freedom of speech is curtailed right from this period, and people are not allowed to express their opinion. Are you hearing me? Most of the opinions are curtailed. In the actual fact, there's no true democracy in Nigeria. The executive is underrating the other arms of government, like the judiciary. They interfere with the affairs. So separation of power is not there. Sometimes court will rule, give order according to the prescribed constitution, but the executive will intervene. So there's no separation of power. Then what are we talking about? What are we talking about? So actually the true democracy is not being practiced in Nigeria. So that's my assertion. To be sincere, even if actually we are really practicing it well, there's no point of celebrating. Everybody knows that it's going well. And if it's going bad, everybody knows that it's going bad. I don't see anything celebrating. Everybody should be in his own or her own house. Celebrate it in your own way.
From 1999 till date, this country has moved from the military regime to democracy. And by the things we are doing and what the government has been doing so far, it shows that truly democracy is being practiced. Even though that there are some aspects of democracy that has not been fully implemented by not just the government alone, but also by the citizens. Because democracy, for it to function very well, it's a collective effort, both from the government and the citizens as well. I will just try and have fun, but the most important thing is to pray for the country, because truly the country is going through a hard time. The killings and everything that is going on, the best way is to pray for the country and see how I will just have fun, because to be alive in this country is not really easy.
We're not practicing a true democracy with what we have on ground, and in respect or in relation to what democracy stands for. We are not actually practicing true democracy. We have a lot, okay? If actually we want to practice a true democracy, we have a lot to do, and it has to do with allowing human rights, that is freedom of speech, ability to run a government, all right, that has respect, okay, for human rights and freedom of speech, and those are the key things that are missing in democracy.
The Nigerian citizens also need to understand that even though we are in a democratic world, doesn't mean we should just do things anyhow because we feel we want to express ourselves. Because with what I understand, a lot of people are using this issue of democracy to express hate and to express their personal dislike for somebody, which is not supposed to be like that. A lot of people in Nigeria here, to be honest with you, they are not really practicing activism the way we believe it to be. When you want to practice activism, which they hide under democracy to express, when you're practicing activism, make sure you are doing it in a way that will not take the life of another person.
Democracy is not actually working, and we've been treated like animals, which is the citizens of Nigeria. We've been treated unfair. So why are we celebrating the Democracy Day? Civil rule doesn't work in Nigeria, I'm sorry to say. If it actually work, maybe in other country, in other civilized country, but not here in Nigeria. And if it work in Africa, not in Nigeria at all.
Various things have happened in the country that we, the young youths in the country, have this feeling that Nigeria is not democratized. Because of, generally, when we see things happening, like what happened in Lekki Toll Gate last year, and various things are happening, we feel as if the military regime is still in place for us. Because when we make different steps to make life better for ourselves and for the generation coming after us, we feel that the other generation are trying to always bring us down, probably by their policies, by their rule of law, and various things that they're trying to bring up every day. Democracy is worth celebrating, but I believe that the government should look into it and also find good reasons for we Nigerians to celebrate this day with our heart. Because I believe that it was made for a reason. In 2000, before it was called Abiola's Day, 2000. But currently now it has been called Democracy Day. Yes, we enjoy the democracy, but the major thing is we understanding the reason why it's celebrated. Democracy Day is the day that we ought to express the freedom we found, or the transition from the military regime to the civilian regime. And right now we can say that the country is somehow, Twitter for example, is somehow not arranged.
From inception, 1999 till date, there has been elections that usher in, one set of democratic leadership or the other. That shows clearly that we are practicing democracy. But looking at the administration of democracy, you will notice that there are a lot of, areas that we truly need to work on. Otherwise, our practicing democracy as a nation will still, be in doubt. The legislature, the judiciary, and the executive need to be seen working separately, but towards, achieving similar goal. Where this is lacking, then something will be said to be wrong with our democracy. And I also want to, advise the executive to be careful about interference. The legislature should, operate independently, likewise the judiciary. But where in some cases you see the powers of the executive climbing down on the other arms, is also a source of concern to those that, will want to assess our, democratic practice. For now, there should be no celebration. Looking at the quantum level of insecurity in the nation, where on daily basis you hear, one form of security and another across all the states of the Federation. Unless we have a scenario where all these challenges are almost absent, then Nigeria, should have a lot to do.
I think Nigeria doesn't really, the democracy hasn't really impacted us that much. We celebrate it for celebrating sake, but most of the time, democracy has not been all good. As you all see that things have their disadvantages and advantages. But I've seen that democracy has impacted so much, and in other sense, has impacted badly too. Like now, for instance, the military rule, that time there was order, there was peace and order, discipline. But now, since the citizens have been given power to vote their president, it makes them more free. They feel that they can do anything they want now.
I don't think this is democracy, because democracy, to my understanding, is government of the people and by the people. But this democracy we experience in Nigeria is government of some people. Because, why am I saying so? Political leaders are not bringing up bills that will benefit the masses. In every other Western nations where real democracy is being practiced, the leaders are serving the people. Why am I saying so? Whatever the bill they raise is a bill that will touch the life of the masses, to arrange the life of even the children unborn. But for the democracy in Nigeria, I think the people bring up bills that benefit themselves. And maybe if I can say some ethnic group of people. I have nothing to celebrate about the Democracy Day because we have not started democracy yet. We have a long way to go. We have to go to other countries that are practicing real democracy and learn from them and then bring the system to Nigeria so that Nigeria can work.
If we have to practice democracy, we have to go to the Western world and go and learn how to practice democracy. Democracy in Nigeria is, the government has failed the people of this nation. So we have to go and learn how to practice democracy.
I don't think we are operating democracy in Nigeria as of now. Since 1999, right? I don't think we are operating democracy. Because if we are operating democracy, there wouldn't have been anything like, Twitter ban. There wouldn't have been anything like, intolerance from the government side. Do you get it? For anybody to talk now, it will be as if they are creating some kind of unnecessary, chaos in the country. So I will implore the government to relax a little bit for, we citizens. Let them stick to what people are saying, you understand? And do the right thing at the right time. It doesn't worth celebrating now, since there is no freedom of speech, there is no freedom of anything. Things are seriously difficult for everybody. Look at the way things are. Look at the value of Naira in 1999. Look at the value of Naira in 2015. And look at what the value of Naira is now, presently. So what kind of nonsense democracy are we operating? This is not democracy now. This is not democracy. This is autocracy.
That's it for today's episode of the Osasu Show. You can follow us on social media at TOS TV Network, at Osasu Igbenedion, on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. You can text us on the number on your screen and we will respond to you in due time. Again, we are collating your feedback on homegrown solutions to the plethora of issues that are plaguing you and your community. It can stem from insecurity to job creations or whatever it is that is currently disturbing you, and we'll collate these thoughts and see how we can put you in touch, bridge the gap between your concerns and those that we have elected in power to address those concerns moving forward. All right, read news on sustainable development and current affairs across Africa on our website, www.tostvnetwork.com. I'll see you same time, same place next week. Until then, keep washing your hands, keep practicing social distancing, keep wearing your face mask because COVID-19 is still very much out there. All right, take very good care of yourself and God bless you. Being a journalist means in-depth analysis that unravels hidden truths, that question the status quo and fact-checks government.
These criminal elements hiding under the cloak of surveillance contractors are the APC elements.
Do you have facts to prove that? Being a journalist means waking up every day with a burning desire for peace, equity, and justice for all citizens.
We're being told that the choice you have is to take the lesser of two evils.
It means patriotism via the prism of objectivity and accountability. It means giving my platform to the masses to discuss issues that matter to them.
Some of them, if they bring budget, now the budget they look. Some of them sleep. They're going to ask how much you are on. I have it.
Thereby shaping government policies and laws. My name is Osasu Igbenedion, and I am the People's Journalist. North to South Africa, East to West Africa, TOS TV Network is your digital-first Pan-African news network, bringing you news from across the continent. Visit our website www.tostvnetwork.com and follow us on social media at TOS TV Network on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter.